All right, most shop tops work from the front to the back most of the time, but we're doing something different, as y'all know, with the windshield, changing it into that affordable Camaro glass, not only giving us our chop, but we have to tailor and do a little design change. So that just requires the A-pillar. That's why we took them out in full length. It gives us an easy whittle it, put it back in kind of deal. But before we got there, we have to establish a beginning, and the beginning is back here. We know this window is what we want. We just wanted it to lay down a little bit. Did that. We checked in some vertical measuring, and at the same time we checked in making it super solid with just a little bit of jig material. And then as we move forward, we come up here and we know that we had to pinch because the Camaro glass is a little bit narrower. We're also using that Camaro roof skin, so we really need a little bit of help. And the funny thing about the Mopars is they were in at the back, but they actually opened them up at the front and they went uphill. Everybody knows about the uphill Mopar design, which is what we wanted to take away. So we got this really go fast profile. That's what we wanted. We're gonna take this little section out. We took out 1.5 inches, and we got that by putting in the pillar when we had our glass in. And when we had our glass in, it gave us that short distance, and that gave us where we, used our line pillar. And this goes over there with our window gap. We knew it swung in about 3/4, 5/8, 3/4 of an inch. So you double the math. We're going to take that gap out and just get rid of it, pull it back together. That's going to bring this in. When we bring that in, we'll have our distance we need for our corners on the glass, but we also trimmed all these little obtrusive shape changes from the Mopar glass and just deleted it. Started to suggest the arc where the Camaro glass goes in. This bead line on the base and this center channel line is actually the same shape as the glass, which is really cool. We can lay that in. We'll probably do the flush fits trick stuff, and we can lay this channel in and let it lay. It'll tell us where it goes by using the old scrap glass that we use as a mock-up. So once we tag in some of that, we'll come in here 2 dimension at a time, and we'll make every piece, shape it, grind it, complete it, and it'll be our full surround to receive the glass and give us our A-pillar. That's why we're working from the rear to the front on this. New piece shape, put a little crown in it with the endless wheel, tested it a few thousand times. It's going to work. Simple low grade magnet. You can use Clinco, drill a hole. These small packages, I tend to keep this kind of fast and simple. easy. We're using the window or windshield to create a jig to make the frame that'll receive the windshield as we put this car together. I like to bend up just some simple 90. It's a little overkill. It'll all be trimmed down to 1/2 inch stuff. You'll see the finished channel when we get to that point. But the reason I like to bend up this stuff in short pieces is because as I shrink and stretch or double curve this way, it's a lot easier to work in installments of small pieces. But we use some paint paddles. That'll give us an 1/8 inch off. That's, you know, for the glue or urethane, windshield gasket material, whatever you want to use. And then we also run this little 1/4 inch pieces of rod that are taped around the edge sporadically, and that gives us our gap, which when we're done, it'll be a flush windshield, and we'll have a nice little 1/8 inch gap of urethane. So it'll be paint right into that flush glass like everybody's really digging and doing. That's stock, super affordable. And what's cool about this is once we're done, the whole front of that thing is brand new sheet metal. So it's kind of cool, rust free. A-pillars. Remember, we put a Camaro windshield, we built a Camaro frame that just will hold the windshield, and we also want it to float, be smooth, right into the sheet metal, you know, that kind of new mod custom. But at the same time, all the angles change. Everything is slightly different, but the fit was good. And right at the A-pillars, there's, from the angle of Dodge compared to the angle of Chevrolet, honestly just about a 1/2 inch. So we want to try and find that 1/2 inch, but not change the cosmetics too much. We still want it to look like how it was, which is the Mopar A-pillars. These are them, cut down in length. We've got our angle, then we establish it. And our 1/2 inch taper is from the top. This being the top. We're going to come in on the inside, we're going to pre-bend on it with a line, and we're just going to take that little section out, which becomes this. When that little section comes out, now when we go put these back together, we've actually still got our A-pillar, as you can tell. That gives us our inside gasket line, but it also gives us our wedge. When we turn this in, you see how that sandwiches right over to the edge of that ledge? Now we look like we're still exactly on point and the same, but we've actually changed this and taken the dot stuff out of it, and that one little ½ inch of taper to get it a nice straight even post. This will all be welded up. When it goes in and we set it, we've got our gasket line on the side to match up on our side glass, but we also come right in here off this edge going right into the gasket line on the windshield. So it's a win-win, a little bit of cosmetic custom work, and it'll look like it came that way. This is that tie-in piece we were talking about before. We really like this shape, this natural shape that was on the internal brace of the old Mopar stuff. So we just kind of ran with it when we made this piece, all out of one piece, one pattern as y'all saw earlier, and then weld in and ground off. And the little things, the mirrored in tulip edge, this actually will touch into the roof skin, this whole edge. And we did a blend right here in this corner because when we changed the whole entire shape to the Camaro windshield, it allows us to have to live with certain things that we have to do, and tying this corner in to the Mopar stuff and making all this work with the angles and and shape, we wanted to make sure we could dip in. So by using our skin, the actual roof skin, as we fit it and checked it, we didn't want anything pinching, binding, or pushing down really hard. So that gave us an idea of about from this point to the post point, the corner, what we could do. So we end up with this little tuliped edge, and we got a little clamp weld here to do, clamp weld there to do, a little more grinding, and she's rock solid. All right, we're gonna put the wrap on this video, this part of the video. As y'all can see, this Barracuda project is a big project, but we're doing it on a budget, as you know, and we're using pieces that are readily available and extremely affordable. First gen Camaro windshield, first gen Camaro roof skin. This thing didn't have one, as you know, if you've watched any of the videos. So what's really cool about this is by building the frame, bring everything in, and just concentrating on that two-dimensional work to keep wrapping around. Now we've got rock solid posts, rock solid channel. We went ahead and got the advantage of the smooth look, which is really a popular thing right now, and a slick little profile. Good line on the top, huh?
Yeah, chop and all that.
Yeah, and the chop top. So if you're going to do this much customizing and work this hard, you know, you can incorporate design, effort, beautiful new metal work. So we've got a rust-free body, we've got a customized design body, and we've got some affordable effects that save this car. And I guess next video on this car will be the other end of it.
Yeah, showing what we're doing to the back. I don't really want to expose it right now, but
you don't want to give away too much, do you?
But obviously there's got to be something right here.
Yes.
We're looking to try to harden up the end of the body because it's really soft compared to lines up front. And
I want to give it more of a muscle look.
Yeah. Doesn't have enough hard lines right now.
But we have trimmed down and found this underneath brace. It had this really cool line here. We're just kind of going with it. We'll do a molded rain gutter to give it a slick effect. We've also trimmed off some of the excess metal that was in the roof panel to tie in this back panel. We've got to do a lot of welding to tie in the back panel. And we're going to, again, incorporate some design ideas, features in that part of it. So if y'all are liking this, please like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. This is a really cool project. You see a lot of custom stuff on YouTube, but I don't think you see too many 67 Barracudas customized. And this is a true save.
And we changed the front window, but we're actually keeping the original back glass because that was probably the only thing original that came with the car when we got it, because it was pretty beat up. But we do have the original glass.
Yeah. So again, we appreciate y'all watching. We appreciate y'all just joining us for this whole thing, and hopefully you picked up a few tips on the how-tos, especially in the metalwork. That's what we do. We customize and do custom metalwork. Thanks for watching again, guys. And remember, help somebody out today. It just makes things a little better. Thank you.